1. The forest was always warm and dry, light shirt and shorts weather all the time, if that. Walking slowly along the worn path, finally the quiet settled around me. A deep breath brought the scent of different trees and earth to my nose. It was nice to have some alone time. A cough caught in my throat after I got what would fill my chest. Waking up that morning, tried to breathe in, and my throat feeling closed up. I couldn't breathe easily then. It has been happening less and less, but it doesn't make it less scary. Eventually, my healing kicked in, and I got a few thankful gasps of fresh air. Out here, away from the others, I could almost forget how different I was, not that they'd let me forget it. A sharp rustle in the underbrush shattered the quiet moment around me. I rolled my eyes again at the expected strike, not that I could have stopped it. A rough shove from behind sent me stumbling forward. My hands scraped against the bark of a nearby tree as laughter rang out behind me.
Didn't hear us coming, did you, Runt? Tree Shredder sneered, stepping around me with a smirk. Brown face followed, arms crossed, eyes gleaming with amusement.
Straightening, I swallowed the frustration burning in my gut.
I was just.
Brown face cut me off with a scoff. Just being a wimp, as usual. We know. You keep making us wonder if you are even a wolf. We snuck up on you. You weren't even paying attention. The pack is weaker because of you. Brown face circled like a predator sizing me up. What's the point of supposedly having wolf blood if you are this weak? I get it, you are just a plain, weak human with barely a drop of it, barely enough to shift. Would make more sense, wouldn't it? He shoved me again, harder that time, knocking the wind out of me, forcing my back against the tree. Maybe you're not a real wolf at all.
My jaw clenched, fingers curling against the rough bark. I wanted to fight back, to snarl, to snap, but my heart wasn't like theirs. It wasn't always my thing. My past experience also told me it wouldn't be the brightest idea, usually making things worse.
Tree Shredder stepped closer, lowering his voice to mock me. Maybe we should find out if you do. You are no wolf. Such a beta, can't even take a punch right, never will.
Brown face grabbed the back of my shirt and yanked me backward, kicking my leg out from under me. I barely caught myself before hitting the ground, but when I stood back up, Tree Shredder plainly punched me in the face. It sent me crashing with my back to the tree and my butt on the ground. Chuckles snuck through their lips as blood and dirt smeared across my nose from the back of my hand. The twang of pain rushed through also, bringing a tear to my eye.
See? Brown face grinned. Pathetic.
A branch cracked somewhere not far away, making the other two freeze. The wind shifted, carrying the scent of something or someone nearby. They glanced at each other, then looked down at me with a smirk.
Guess we'll finish this later.
Tree Shredder delivered a final kick to my chest, usually hard enough to break something, enough to leave a bruise, before turning away. Putting my hand to my chest, my heart skipped a beat as I felt the bruise go away. One thing about being a wolf, it was hard to show someone when we got picked on. It took longer than usual, but the bruise went away after a few seconds. Staying put, my breath uneven, my fist curled around a handful of dirt. The calm forest scent dissipated in the air. Now all I could smell was earth and blood.
Runt, get back here. You're late.
A call from Fox, our alpha, filled the air. Not in anger, but in about as much frustration as I had to deal with in the pack. By the time I was fully healed up, I was standing in our clearing with dirt and blood on my face. Brownface, Tree Shredder, Fox, and Monkey Feet were there, ready for pop quiz time.
Sorry, Alpha. I tripped.
Was hard not to say more, but with the looks from Brownface and Tree Shredder, subtly told me that saying something would do no good. As wolves, it was my duty to defend myself anyway.
Whatever. Okay, kids, what spirit is the enemy?
The alpha called out to us as teens, away from the prying eyes of humans, in the middle of one of the few tall forests in our territory.
Lado. Monkey Feet answered as usual. Pronounced Lado, it is a spirit represented as a spider with its web attached to everything. Its many eyes watching to corrupt anything natural.
Why?
The next practice question in a set. These were indoctrinating questions and answers to keep in our heads. Our alpha, Fox, was a red-haired, short, and tough young adult. His hair made him unique around the area. No one knew of any others around the region with it as a wolf.
It embodies the breakdown of life, bringer of corruption, creator of evil spirits and vampires.
BF said it with conviction, happy that he was able to get a question right that day, answering before the rest of us. He was the beta of our young pack, which did nothing but stoke his ego. His name came up when he tripped and fell in the mud. It happened more than once, and that name stuck for him. It was not always fun for your pack name or nickname to get stuck. He might have been fast and strong, but he tripped often too. It was the one time we could hit him where it hurt. His failures were part of his nickname. It was a common thing in our pack.
Why do we keep Lotto at bay?
Another question on the doctrine spouted over and over.
To protect Gaia and her creation from its wrath.
Tree Shredder answered. The spirit of the land that created the different planes designed us as protectors and everything natural. Gaia is most often referred to as a mother. Tree Shredder was Brownface's number 2. He lied to the alpha for him, told him that he was right about everything, and backed him up when they were picking on me. His name was because he so often had trouble climbing up trees, but he could with claws in the mild warrior form. It was strange he had so much trouble climbing trees because he was good at many other things.
Correct, and protecting Gaia brings progress. And what spirit signifies that change?
Nova. The teen girl spoke up. Monkey Feet continued in her what some might call adorable voice. I might be remembering it more fondly than it was. It signifies change, creativity, and progress. We all had repeated this line of answers to these questions many times during our training. Monkey Feet was an older girl to us as teens and an obvious crush.
Her pack name was given to her because she was one of the more athletic members of the pack. She ran a lot and climbed easily like a monkey. Her pack name wasn't harsh like the rest of ours. She was good enough that she even jumped between trees, showing off more than once. Nova is a spirit represented as a chimpanzee, innovative and adaptive. Each of these powerful representations of spirits are never seen, only discussed and represented through spiritual abilities or rituals. Our teacher and alpha paced back and forth in a forest path. He did not smile or give a gold star to us. It was based on the expectations of the answers. Different answers were met with scorn.
Alpha, I still don't get it. Here came the scorn. Asking questions like this drew the attention of the others, not that there was something else to draw our attention in these sparse woods. My small voice at the end of the line was quiet, yet easily heard in a forest away from cars and other material things. It was hard not to hear my own little kid voice, speaking younger than my years, from quite some time ago.
They called me Runt for many reasons. As a quiet, small kid, my voice meekly asked questions, hoping not to offend anyone. Getting pulled muscles, often even waking from a restless sleep, my early years were rough. My muscles were weak compared to the others. We practiced and trained daily building our strength, but my body stayed the way it was, weakened. Foolishly continuing.
Why do you keep saying that Lado is the enemy? Wasn't Lado created by, and made the world with, Gaia?
If eye rolls could be heard, it couldn't be more obvious that everyone, including Fox, would be rolling their eyes.
Gaia spit, Runt, not this again.
Brownface lightly elbowed Tree Shredder and pointed at me. They both chuckled as Fox attempted to answer the same type of questioning yet again. Our alpha breathed deeply and answered with a heavy sigh, having answered it and other questions like it many times before.
Yes, yes.
He hated calling me by my pack-given name, but it was the only signifier for me.
We have been over this. Lado created the world with Gaia, but turned on her to become that which decays and breaks down, leading to death.
He has said the same thing many times to me, the youngest of the pack. I spoke more quietly still.
Yes, Alpha, but isn't that?
Enough.
Fox growled a bit louder than needed through the forest. As teens, we shook as he continued.
Lado is the enemy, and it is the way of things. We hunt the creations and corruptions of Lado, and keep Gaia strong.
Feeling the others' gaze on me, I tried hard not to curl up into a ball and coil in on myself. They just didn't understand. The quiz continued.
Next, what sort of gift would you give a fire spirit to summon them?
Small water spirit, to eat?
The words just blurted out from Brownface. He wasn't the creative type.
No, dummy, you can never get one to bring to them anyway. It would make more sense for it to have something to burn or something to give it energy.
What, something like wood?
This question came from Tree Shredder after Brownface, an equally impressive answer. Fox looked over at me as I was about to speak up, but stopped myself. He said,
No, wood is abundant, and there is nothing special enough to consider a real gift. It would work in a very little wooded area. Runt, do you have a just as meaningful answer?
It took me a few seconds.
You want to give them something like spiritual energy formed into something that lasts a little while. Either coal, or an oil that gives it something to burn.
A weak spirit might accept something like that to be a worthy gift. It needs stronger fuel, but not as basic as a log. Something so common as tree logs or leaves would be insulting, and a weaker spirit, for it to do something with it, means little.
He let us stew in our bad answers for a minute.
Questions done. Today, you will chase me.
We all groaned.
Not again, Alpha. We can never catch you.
Tree Shredder moaned out, even Monkey Feet sighed, producing a chuckle from the rest of us.
That sounds like a problem. Don't whine to me. You have caught me before, you might again. Practice makes better.
The Alpha said, yet again, one of his mantras. Taking our shoes off, we all repeated his saying. Practice makes better.
Can we at least do it in running form?
A hopeful question comes out from Monkey Feet. Our heads rose hoping for, yet not expecting, a positive answer.
No, you will run on 2 feet, till you can catch me. Then maybe if I feel generous, you'll get to chase me as a wolf. Eventually, you'll get used to the war form, and then we'll try as the beast.
A smile came out from all of us. Not that we thought the chase might be more fun, as a big, huge warrior of towering height and sapling-sized muscles. He finished with the rules.
10 seconds head start, no shifting forms, no shoes, don't just push but catch any part of me. If you do, you get to do fun things the rest of the day.
Brownface and Tree Shredder both jumped up and down and did a few jumping jacks to get their hearts pumping. Monkey Feet and I stretched forward and backward to limber up a bit. The Alpha counted down.
3, 2, 1.